Hey, it's FAFO Friday. All right. So FAFO, if you're like, what does that mean? You've been living underneath a rock, honey. It's the F word. F around and find out, okay? And I used to be a former fighter. And so on Fridays, I do a little fight lesson, okay? So a lot of people are new to following me and they're going to be like, wait, isn't that positive lady who like rides mules and stuff? Yep, that's me. I used to do a whole bunch of full contact fighting, and I did that for like 24 years and been to 5 countries fighting for the United States as a heavyweight. And so that's one of the reasons why whenever people run that mouth, it doesn't really bother me. Saying I'm heavy is like, I don't know, obvious. Okay, so today or tonight, we're going to be talking about so 2 weeks ago, I kind of left off with, we had started doing footwork, and before that, we'd been working on punches and like how to throw a correct punch. Okay, well, punching it's a strike, but it's really long, right? This is long distance. This right here is like, I really have a large gap to fill between myself and someone else. Sometimes you don't have that large gap. So tonight I'm going to be talking to you about striking with elbows. Okay? I love striking someone with my elbow way better than my hands because there's so many freaking bones in here and you can mess up your wrist. Like there's more people taking out of boxing from hand injuries than head injuries. So I literally hate to strike with my hands. And plus, I have like no grip. You know, I'm chubby right now. If my husband ever like passes away and I have to open all the jars in the house, I'm gonna starve, okay? My hands are so messed up from hitting the bone and the skull of the head. My hands, I have like a lot of issues in my ice water baths. I don't put my hands into the ice water bath because punching people, like my hands are so arthritic. So I prefer my elbows. So think about this right here. Instead of that full length of punching someone, this is whenever people are in close encounter. So, okay, they're way too close to punch and you're going to get tied up. And whenever you get tied up, people end up on the ground fighting. And you do not want to fight on the ground. There's nowhere to go, right? There's nowhere to back up or move to the side because you have the earth pushing on you. You're going to end up with some kind of road rash. You're going to get hurt. It's basically like fighting 2 people. You have the person you're fighting and then the ground that's not letting you go anywhere. Okay, so for elbows, I like to think about a lowercase t or a plus sign and then a times sign, okay? Those are, I want to be able to go up and down. Oh, my belly. Well, if you didn't know I already had a belly, you've been missing the show. All right, so I want to be able to come up and down. So up would be me hitting someone underneath this right here. And guess what? I hope that they're running their mouth and I make them bite their tongue. That would be awesome. That's like 2 for 1, right? So coming up, or if they're here, I want to be able to come down. Now then going across, I would come here and I have back, okay? I love this right here because if someone was coming towards me and I didn't have enough time to move back, man, if they're coming towards me, if I could hit them with an elbow whenever they're moving, it's just a Newton sandwich. You're using the laws of physics and the bone of your elbow to hit their face. And a lot of times people, dude, if you have ever ran into a metal pole or anything with your face, it hurts so freaking bad and it will stun you for a second because you're just like, oh my God, am I going to be bleeding everywhere? So my philosophy, I do not want to stand here and go toe to toe with anyone, right? Especially a man. I know a lot of the world wants to say that men can be women. No, they can't. Fighting a man is horrible, okay? I have done that, and it's awful. Even an untrained man they're just built different. So I do not want to go toe-to-toe with a man. I don't want to go toe-to-toe with anybody. I want to try to diffuse the situation, but I also want to have this thing right here locked and loaded. If I don't have this right here locked and loaded, okay? I want to have the ability to take care of myself. So, your elbow is such a better thing to hit with, and you don't want to hit with your forearm. There's too much surface area, and if you've ever hit your forearm, man, it hurts like a mofo, right? This right here, you're going to disperse too much of your hit, and you're going to have too much surface area right there, and you're not going to hurt them. I want to hit them with my elbow. Man, feel how hard your elbow is. I mean, like, I know that sounds kind of goofy, but I also want to be able to, we talked about up, down, you want to be able to go across. And remember, I don't know if you were watching whenever I had went through how to do boxing, about how whenever I throw a punch, I touch above my eyebrows and keep my elbows in on a punch. It's the same thing with an elbow. I have the other hand up because I don't want to have it here, and I don't want to take a hit to this side of my face. My hands are up, elbow across, up, down. And it does not take very much to jack someone up with your elbow. Like oh my gosh, I've hit people accidentally with an elbow and like rock their world, right? All right, then you also have angles. So this right here, boy, if I could get a hold of someone and come up. So that's part of that X and down. And then you also have the other one and down. So man, if you could ever get where you could hit something like I don't know what kind of bags you have or anything, but elbows will rock someone's world. I use elbows a lot of times for a softening exercise, and softening just kind of like, you know, like butter that's been left out on the counter. It's just way easier to spread, right? I think of softening is if I can make them go, oh my gosh, that hurt, and then strike and then run. That is my goal. So softening, a lot of times I will use an elbow as a softening. Like if I can catch someone, I elbowed someone in their foot when they went to kick me before, and I twisted and I hit the top of their foot with my elbow, rocked their world. It actually broke the top of their foot. So not only will I use elbows to defend myself with, but I will also, this part right here, I want you to feel this part on your body, and I want you to push on that. Like take your fingertips and push right here, okay? Not the like I'm onto the meat of my breast right now and the fat of my breast. This bony part right here, I like just pushing on it a little bit with my fingertips kind of being hard. That is such a painful area. I like to take a knuckle, like I will take one of these knuckles, and if I push it at an angle going downward, if I had this at an angle, and don't go into this part of the throat, right? I'm actually on this part. Boy, that right there, if you can take that and push, because a lot of times in fights, you get somebody way too freaking close up on you. And if you can take a knuckle and don't have your hands flat, because you're going to have too much surface area, just the actual part of the knuckle, and push on that, you can usually get someone off of you. I use elbows to do that. Anything that I have to do, because man, fights happen way faster than what you realize. And you're gonna think, oh man, if I got into a fight, I'm gonna punch. No, you feel like your punches are so freaking slow, and you feel like they are really freaking fast, and people get locked up. way too quickly and they end up on the ground. So you've got to be able to manipulate things and push things to be able to create space. And if you can get them to, you know, step back for a second and say, oh my gosh, that really hurt, then you can strike or get away. You're just trying to get away, okay? I do not want to ever go toe to toe with anyone in a fight because I know how bad it hurts, right? Like this right here, that's a screw in my face. I have 4 plates and 14 screws. Fighting hurts, but not fighting can get you killed. So my suggestion to everyone in here is to take some dang martial arts classes, take some self-defense. You know how many people, whenever I teach self-defense classes, and the first time I have them light me up, like I'll have kicking shields and stuff like that, they have so much trouble making contact with someone. Like people are not used to fighting. They're not used to punching people or thinking about, you know, they're not used to it. We live in such a world where we are oblivious to how much danger we are in. And so anyways, I just wanted to plant the seed of thinking about striking with your elbows, because I think it's either like 7 or 9 seconds. The most fights will end up on the ground within 7 to 9 seconds. If it's not that, it's maybe a few more seconds, but we're talking about 0 time, okay? Yeah, so I want to fight with every part of my body that I freaking can. I will bite someone, I will scratch them, I will elbow them, I will do everything that I can. There's no rules in a real fight, okay? There's no rules except for don't leave in a body bag. Like, do whatever it takes to survive. So, anyways, I would love, you know what? I might actually start teaching kickboxing again. I miss that so much. I love fighting and I love teaching, and I think it like makes people so much safer in the world. So, all right. So we're going to think about elbows. I'm up here. And so if I wanted to strike across, you can come up and down. And then you've got all of your angles, just like an X. You've got the up and the down. Could you imagine putting that onto someone's face? Or anything. I mean, putting it into their arm or anything. You know, your hands have so many pieces. Even if you punch somebody, you're going to hurt your hand. But your elbow does not give up. This is a bad mofo right here, okay? Everybody thinks about how much it would hurt you. It's not going to hurt you like whenever you've hit your funny bone before. It doesn't feel like that at all. Not whenever you strike someone, because you're striking from this side instead of like on the end. And if you're hitting someone with your elbow, it's not going to be a hard surface like a wall or something. So it's not going to feel anything like it does whenever you hit your not funny bone, right? So, all right, there you go. F around and find out Friday. Man, if my husband was out here, maybe I can do this next Friday or the Friday after that, is go through chokes, because there's so many different defenses, because there's like blood chokes and air chokes. You have different kind of chokes to do, and then how to get out of them, or at least how to get where you can breathe, you know, and then assess the situation or hope somebody comes to save you or be able to pull your gun out or whatever. So, all right, y'all stay safe out there. There's a whole bunch of weirdos, and I would love for you to get into some kind of martial arts, some kind of boxing, some kind of self-defense. I just hate whenever people take a self-defense class and then they're like, check mark, I know how to defend myself. No, to actually be good at fighting, it requires constant training. So I've done it for over 20 some odd years, and I still feel like for Christmas, my husband asked me what I wanted, and I want, somebody just said, can you break an elbow? Yes, Yeah, you can. Oh yeah, I've hyperextended my elbow before, but it was from punching. I punched too hard and that elbow went this way. But whenever it's here, you're going to break it less because you're not extended. Whenever you're in here, it's a lot more strong. And actually, somebody asked about breaking an elbow. If I was fighting someone, I don't care. I mean, it's like a life or a death, right? With this right here, I am, you're going to hurt them so much more. You're going to hurt them so much more than it's going to hurt you. And if you breaking an elbow is so much better than getting your face kicked while you're on the ground or something. You know what I mean? Like it's a lesser evil. Anyways, for Christmas, I asked my husband for a stand-up kicking bag. So then I don't have to have a partner here to kick on shields and stuff because it sucks to have a partner. And then I asked for a speed bag, like the one that looks like a teardrop that you're up here with. So that's what I asked for Christmas. You would have thought it would have been like, oh, I want a shirt or a purse or something like that. I'm like, no, I want a kicking bag and a speed punching bag for Christmas. So, all right, I'll see y'all another time. Stay safe. Don't be on your phone whenever you're in parking lots. Be aware of your situation. If your stomach says, ooh, this is icky and I don't feel safe, freaking listen to it. You're an animal. That is your senses coming together and trying to take care of you. You are an animal. These are canine teeth. You need to listen to your gut, okay? Go a different direction. If you don't feel safe, don't go that way. And get off of your phones a little bit. A lot of times people will mess with you when you're getting into or out of a vehicle in a parking lot. Okay? So, take care of yourself. All right, I'll see y'all next time.